that true love is forever.
Well,
Is true love not forever?
it is. I mean, I thought it was.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 times Bluey tackled serious issues.
I want to pretend that you leave me behind and I'm all alone.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure we can pretend that.
For this list, we'll be looking at the important and sensitive subjects covered by this beloved Aussie kids show. Which Bluey episode do you relate to the most? Share your favourites in the comments. Number 20, boring things are still important.
But I don't want to clean my teeth. It's boring.
Boring things are still important.
No, they're not.
With his infectious enthusiasm and sense of fun, Bluey Dad, Bandit, is often held up as an aspirational father figure. However, when it comes to organisational skills, Mum Chili definitely has the upper hand.
Make sure you take all the swimming stuff.
Yeah, we got it covered.
Don't just get the fun stuff, I mean the bag of stuff.
Boring.
Yeah, boring.
Being the fun parent is all well and good, but in The Pool, we're reminded that spontaneity isn't always the best policy. Chili, like many mums, is the hero of the packed bag. When Bandit and the girls disregard her forward planning, their outing falls apart. Soon, they learn the importance of the boring stuff and gain a deeper appreciation for everything Chili does for them.
So boring things are important sometimes then?
Yes.
Number 19, getting things done.
I want to help with the cake.
You can't just help with the fun stuff, kid.
Aw, but the fun stuff's more fun.
What if I give you stickers to tidy up? That might make it more fun.
Ooh, stickers.
Sometimes in life, we have to persevere with tasks we find difficult or dull. Duck Cake does a great job of showing that and explaining why it's worth it. Bandit is trying to get Bluey to tidy up after herself.
But why do I have to?
'Cause it's your mess. If you don't tidy it, then who will?
You?
Me? Oh, right, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Even though I have to make a duck cake for your sister, the hardest of all cakes, I'll just tidy up your mess instead.
At the same time, he's attempting to make the notoriously tricky duck cake for Bingo's birthday. At the height of his frustration, Bluey realises that her chipping in will help her dad feel better, relieving some of his stress. By the same token, she discovers that helping others makes her feel good.
I'll just clean up the... Hey, what? Did you clean this up?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Bluey.
Ooh.
For the parents watching, this episode also shows that it's sometimes okay to be vulnerable in front of your kids. Letting them look after you for a change might teach them something positive. Number 18, people pleasing.
Shall we put Mum in dance mode? Yes, okay. I'll do it. Dance mode!
As a kid, getting your voice heard can be hard work, especially if you're the youngest in your family. It's easy for the littlest to be pressured, ignored, or overruled, even if it's unintentional.
Bluey, the next dance mode is going to be mine to choose one, okay? Not you. Okay. Are you going to use your dance mode in here, Bingo?
In dance mode, Bingo is encouraged to listen to her inside voice and express how she really feels.
Bingo, sometimes does your outside voice say yes when your inside voice really means no?
Oh yeah, like this.
Meanwhile, the family learns to pay attention to her cues and not take her consent for granted. We can certainly empathise with the parents and Bluey in this scenario. But what Bingo experiences touches on a universal experience. It's easy to go along with popular opinion to make people happy. However, we have to learn to stand up for ourselves, while remembering to be sensitive to the needs and wants of others. Number 17, feeling ignored. Children and the elderly.
I'm doing a handstand. Is anyone seeing me? Okay, I'm ready. Did anyone see my handstand?
Feeling ignored or left out can be a common experience for young children. At the end of the age spectrum, elderly people may share similar feelings of being sidelined or isolated.
Here, Trix, let me give you a hand. Oh, don't be silly, Chris. You sit down and relax. Oh, I don't think Nanas are very good at relaxing.
In Handstand, Nana and Bingo find themselves a bit lost amid the chaos and excitement of the latter's birthday party.
No one wants to watch my handstand.
Bingo just wants someone to watch her new trick. Meanwhile, Nana, who likes to be busy, is feeling like a spare part. It turns out that they're each exactly what the other needs.
Oh no, sorry Bingo, I was doing the dominoes.
That's okay.
I saw you, Bingo.
You saw my handstand? For real life?
Nana gives Bingo the attention she craves, while Bingo makes her grandmother feel needed again. Number 16, deciding whether to expand your family.
This was your first bed.
Yeah, then I moved into my room.
And then it was Bingo's first bed.
Then she moved into my room.
And now it's no one's.
Bluey is largely about the kids, but each tidbit of background detail helps to round out the adult characters and make them more relatable. In Perfect, we catch a snippet of conversation, which infers that Bandit is considering a vasectomy.
Look, I'm keen to get it done, but Chili, she wants to keep her options open, but I don't know. Do we want any more of these things running around? Hey!
In the following episode, the healers clean the old nursery out and take down the crib, indicating that the decision has been made. In just 2 short scenes, Bluey subtly tells the story of a couple making a final call on whether or not to have more children. It's perhaps a bit odd to see cartoon dogs in such grown-up scenarios, but it also reflects real life, while giving us a poignant moment where Chili mourns the end of an era.
Why are you crying?
Oh, it's just this room, sweetheart.
How does a room make you cry?
Number 15, pregnancy.
Mine.
Hey! I'll try again.
Mine.
Right.
Mine. Mine.
Hey, Bingo, I'm hungry!
As of May 2023, the Bluey episode Dad Baby is still not available on Disney+. Presumably, pregnancy, or labour, has been deemed a taboo topic for the show's audience, although we don't know the official reasoning here. The episode sees Bandit playing the part of a pregnant person. Chili is initially on hand with a rolled-up newspaper for when he takes the joke too far.
How to act pregnant.
I'm just gonna get this ready.
Oh, my back. Oh, my feet. Rub my feet, Bluey. Rub my feet.
Bandit healer!
It's all good fun, but this pregnant man isn't laughing for long. Dad Baby discusses cravings, kicks, back pain, and more.
Ow! Oh, me guts.
Oh, you never forget that first kick.
It even features a hilarious birth scene. It's a far cry from stories about the stork, providing a refreshing and honest look at pregnancy and the miracle of life.
Hooray! Hooray!
Number 14, getting older and parent-child relationships.
Are you meant to be resting, Grandad?
Ah, there's nothing wrong with me.
You get in bed now!
You'll have to catch me first.
As we get older, the parent-child dynamic shifts, with an adult kid often taking on a caring role for an elderly mother or father.
Is that why Mum wants you to rest? So your thumbs get better?
Yeah, probably.
Then why don't you?
Well, it should be up to me. They're my thumbs.
However, this doesn't mean we stop needing our parents as much as we ever did. The Bluey episode Grandad shines a light on the relationship between Chili and her dad, Mort. He initially doesn't want to be fussed over, but she worries that he isn't taking care of himself.
I'm his daughter. He should take care of himself for me because I still need him.
It's a touching exploration of the bond between grown-up children and their parents, aimed squarely at the adults in the audience. That moving final scene catches us off guard every time.
I remember when you used to take me swimming here.
Yeah, me too.
That was a long time ago.
No, it was yesterday.
Number 13, abandonment issues.
Mackenzie? Why did you leave me behind? What? We didn't. You did. You left me behind on purpose. Why would we do that? I don't know.
There are plenty of Bluey moments that are open to interpretation, and space is one of the show's most debated episodes. The plot focuses around minor characters Mackenzie, Jack, and Rusty, who are playing at being astronauts. Mackenzie, the designated chief scientist, keeps disappearing for quiet time. His friends are confused, but the audience learns through a flashback that Mackenzie is processing a memory from his past. His mother once abandoned him in a playground, or so he initially thought at the time.
Mum? Mum?
This feeling of being left behind seems to keep manifesting itself in the imaginary game. It's all surprisingly emotional.
Are you okay?
My mum left me behind.
She didn't. You just got mixed up in the slide. She's just over there.
Mackenzie!
Although nothing is spelled out, the episode will likely resonate with those still making sense of past traumas and overcoming issues of abandonment.
Mackenzie, you know what's here now. You don't need to keep coming back to this place.
Okay.
Now run, Mackenzie, go! Get out of here!
Number 12, saying goodbye to a friend.
We caught a wild pig together.
Maybe that makes it all worth it.
Will I ever see him again?
Well, you never know. The world's a magical place.
In this bittersweet episode, Bluey captures both the magic and melancholy of a short-lived holiday friendship. Jean-Luc is a French-speaking fellow camper who Bluey befriends despite the language barrier. The show builds a bond between the two characters, and we feel Jean-Luc's regret as, unbeknownst to Bluey, they say their final goodbye.
Bye, Jean-Luc. See you tomorrow.
Non, pas demain matin. Au revoir, Bluey.
Bluey's sadness when she discovers that her friend has left with his family is heartbreaking. But then, Chili passes on some words of wisdom, and both Bluey and the audience are left with a comforting message.
Sometimes special people come into our lives, stay for a bit, and then they have to go.
But that's sad.
It is. But the bit where they were here was happy, wasn't it?
Time with friends and loved ones can be brief, and goodbyes are hard. But the good times make it all worth it. Plus, you may just find each other again, like Bluey and Jean-Luc do.
Hello, Bluey.
Number 11, miscarriage.
And then Chili had a baby in her belly.
Aww.
It's me. How are you doing in there, little mate?
There's a moment in the Season 2 episode The Show which appears to allude to the subject of miscarriage. Bluey and Bingo are acting out a play of their parents' lives together.
This was before she was a mum. In the olden days.
At one point, Bingo has a balloon up her shirt, mimicking her mum's first pregnancy. But then the balloon pops. We cut to the parents, suddenly serious, just as Bandit grabs hold of his wife's hand as if to steady her.
So then they...
It's a moment that could be easily missed, and nothing more is said. However, it's prompted many to speculate that the healers may have lost a baby before Bluey.
She had a baby girl.
Goo goo gaga.
The subtle scene can be interpreted as a moving acknowledgement of the miscarriage experience, which is a difficult reality many couples face. Number 10, voting and leadership. This episode was aired during election season in Queensland and explores what makes a good leader. It's voting day in the world of Bluey, and Mum and Dad explain to the girls that you should pick a leader based on who you think would make a good boss.
You don't vote for someone based on what they look like. You vote for who will be the best boss.
How do you be the best boss?
Well, I guess you tell everyone what to do, but in the best way.
Ugh, I hate being told what to do.
But how do you know? Bluey is left to find this out for herself through imaginative play as she takes on the role of ringmaster in a game of circus. She's firm but fair, listening to the other kids and taking on their ideas.
We need a muscle man. Can I be a clown instead? I can do this. Okay, you're a clown. Yeah, Fluffy the clown.
She also smoothly manages a threat to her authority with compromise and kindness by including Hercules in the game and letting him play to his strengths. Basically, it's all about democracy.
Oh, don't be so silly. Come on, you're just in time. We need a muscle man to help save our lion tamer.
Number 9, how to deal with jerks. Sending your kid off into the world is a scary prospect for any parent, but what if the other kids are mean to them? In Bin Night, we get to experience that anxiety secondhand, as Bandit and Chili discover that Bingo is having some trouble with a new boy, Banjo, in kindergarten. But he calls her a bobo head. When he calls her a bobo head, Chili encourages her to tell a teacher if he doesn't stop.
If someone at kindy calls you a name, just tell Mrs. Retriever, okay?
Okay, Mama.
It's all going well until the insults get a little bit meaner and another kid joins in.
Thanks for telling me, kid. It's good to get that stuff out, isn't it?
It's heartbreaking, but the healers resist the urge to tell Bingo to fight fire with fire and keep on with the gentle advice and support instead.
We're healers. We're a bit stubby, but we're tough.
They're rewarded when she overcomes her troubles and even makes a new friend.
Oh, good one, Bingo. Hey, Yellow Bin,
Number 8. Deafness. The plot of Turtle Boy focuses on Bingo and Bandit, who come across a toy in the park and gets into a bit of a moral dilemma over whether or not they can take it home.
It's not the done thing, mate. His owner might be looking for him.
However, the episode is notable for its depiction of deafness and characters who speak using Australian Sign Language, known as Auslan.
Leave him there, honey. His owner might come back for him.
Just like Bingo and her dad, Dougie and his mum come to the park and play with Turtle Boy. Their conversation is almost identical to Bandit and Bingo's. It's just conducted in Auslan.
No, honey, you can't take him home. 'Cause it's not the done thing.
The episode was praised for its positive representation and accurate depiction of the signs, which were faithfully animated with the help of expert consultants. Number 7. Separation anxiety. One of the series' most emotional and beautifully animated installments, Sleepy Time, takes place during a single night in the Healer household, and it depicts a scenario that will be familiar to most parents.
Mom, I want to do a big girl sleep tonight and wake up in my own bed.
You do your best, honey. But remember, I'm always here if you need me.
Although Bingo is determined to have a big girl sleep in her own bed, she unknowingly goes on a nighttime wander. Set to Holst's Jupiter, the episode bounces between real life and Bingo's dreamscape, which portrays her separation anxiety.
Ooh.
In the dream, she gains reassurance from the sun, which speaks with her mother's voice.
Remember, I'll always be here for you, even if you can't see me.
When morning strikes, you must just find yourself welling up at the sight of Bingo in her own bed. Number 6. Running your own race versus comparing yourself to others.
Bluey, just run your own race.
What does that mean?
Although it's technically aimed at kids, there are a few cases where Bluey speaks more directly to the parents. Baby Race is a flashback episode centering on Chili, who shares a story with the girls to demonstrate the importance of running your own race. As a new parent, she gets caught up in the competitive spirit of a mums group.
I don't know what got into me, but I was determined I'd get you walking before Judo's mum. Judo.
She begins to feel like a failure when Bluey isn't progressing as quickly as the other babies. But then Coco's mum comes to visit and offers some much needed reassurance.
And there's something you need to know.
What?
You're doing great.
It's a genuinely touching moment and a deftly delivered message of support for all the new mothers watching at home. And when Bluey takes her first steps, you'll be hard-pressed not to shed a tear. Number 5. Neurodiversity and the military. Neurodiverse kids don't often see themselves represented on screen, but Bluey designates an episode to Jack, an excitable terrier with implied ADHD. Jack finds it difficult to do what he's told, sit still or remember things. Or so he believes, which breaks our hearts a little.
Why can't you do as you're told? I don't know.
However, when he starts at his new school, he's quickly befriended by Rusty, an army-obsessed red kelpie who adopts him as a recruit.
Hop, 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 halt! On the right, march! Hop, 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 halt! Salute! Yeah, you can play.
Jack discovers that he can do more than is usually expected of him, and we learn that Rusty's father is in the army, which explains his preoccupation.
Is he on patrol like us?
Yeah, but not for long.
Well, that's good.
It's lovely to see Jack thrive, and the return of Rusty's dad is the cherry on top. Number 4, the life cycle.
Okay, let's make this thing.
There's a lot to unpack and put together in this episode, in which the healer parents attempt to assemble a flat pack swing set while the kids play with the packaging.
Oh, look at them.
Ah, little tackers.
We made them.
In the space of 7 minutes, we get an allegory of the theory of evolution, as well as a representation of the human life cycle.
My arms are tired. Me too. Let's pretend we can walk.
It's all gorgeously animated and set to a beautiful piece of music. We also get some relatable bickering as Mum and Dad get frustrated with the flat pack, which is foreshadowed by an enjoyable meta line from Bandit.
I'm not taking advice from a cartoon dog.
It's all very clever and even a little bit moving. Number 3, infertility. Some topics are difficult to broach with children, and even with the adults around us. But in season 3 of Bluey, the writers touch on the subject of involuntary childlessness honestly, and in a way that children can understand.
Who do I look like?
You look just like you.
Rose Byrne guest stars as Brandy, Chili's sister who hasn't visited the family for 4 years. It's implied that Brandy found it too painful to be around Bluey and Bingo, as she can't have kids of her own.
You know how you really want Bingo's cheetah onesie?
Yeah, more than anything.
But it doesn't fit you, so you can't have it. And there's not really anything anyone can do to make it fit.
Yeah.
Well, there's something Auntie Brandy wants more than anything as well. But she can't have it.
It's a bittersweet little installment, but the relationship between the sisters is tenderly drawn, and the episode garnered praise for drawing attention to the sensitive subject without trivializing it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I will be. I'm sorry, Chili.
Oh, you couldn't have known Bingo was bananas.
No, I mean, I'm sorry it's been so long.
Oh,
It's just hard seeing you all, you know?
I know.
Number 2, premature babies. Children often work through their feelings and make sense of things through play.
Here it comes. Pop. Hooray!
In Early Baby, Bluey's friend Indy incorporates her own experiences with her baby sister into a game of doctors. She teaches the other kids at school and young viewers at home about premature babies. Bluey is acting as the doctor. When it's Indy's turn in the make-believe birthing bed, she explains that her baby is coming early.
She needs to stay in the hospital for a long time because she's still very small.
So she'll need to stay in the hospital for a few days in an incubator, or as she puts it, a fish tank with holes in it.
Aha! What about this?
The episode is gently humorous and doesn't get too heavy, but explains the concept sensitively in a way that children can easily grasp.
Hello, Dr. Ladies. Do you sell crouches? Oh, I see.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Teaching technology. Tech can be a mystery to older people, but they can still learn.
Hello, I'd like to order some food.
Granddad, you don't phone call the restaurant.
What?
You just order on the app.
But I haven't got a menu.
It's on the app.
Relationships and being single. The girls grill their babysitters about love.
Will Bosco be the daddy?
No. Bosco and I aren't friends anymore.
Who's Bosco?
No one. Next question.
Bosco's her true love.
Not anymore.
Fear of growing up. Leaving your childhood behind can be scary.
Are you nervous about starting high school? A little. Me too. At least we'll be there together.
FOMO. Bingo learns to make her own fun when she's feeling left out.
You don't mind missing out on the party?
No, I made my own fun.
You sure did.
Okay, let's go.
Do we have to?
Huh?
I think I want to stay.
Working parents. Bluey and Bingo want their dad to stay home and play when he has to work.
I want you to stay and play with us.
I know you do. I have to go do my job, though. And you have to do yours.
What? I don't have a job.
Yeah, you do.
Really? What is it?
Making up games.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Death. When is the right time to teach a child about death? Whenever you do it, this Bluey episode could be a good place to start. Bluey and her dad spot an injured parakeet on the road near their house.
What do we do?
We better get him some help.
They jump in the car and speed off to the vet, but it's ultimately too late to save the bird.
I'm sorry. It's bad news, I'm afraid.
Bluey is upset and wishes the creature hadn't died. She wonders if there's any chance it might come back, but that's not possible. And Bandit is straight with her about the reality of the situation.
Are you sure he won't get better?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like Indy with the premature baby, Bluey works through the day's events by recreating them in a game, which helps her accept what happened.
This isn't how you wanted the game to go, is it?
No. That's okay. There's nothing we can do. It's out of our hands.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.